Where does the time go? This is my 89 Chevy Suburban box style, and it is in some serious hurt. I've had this rig for over probably 17 years. Notice there's no fender here. I gotta do some anti-rust prep on this rear wheel well here, and then obviously got the tire off. You'll notice that there is no radiator in there. I believe that is for the air conditioning unit. And then I have another one on front for the transmission. This thing hasn't run for probably 4 years. And I finally got it started. I was trying to get this thing to a local mechanic to look at, and it was the middle of winter, and finally it just wouldn't start anymore, and I parked it, and it became a storage unit for stuff. But what the issue was, is it wasn't the starter, which I thought it was. It was the ignition control module that is located underneath the distributor cap. And what I found out was after I replaced the distributor cap, the distributor rotor, and I actually replaced each of the spark plugs and the plug wires, I wasn't getting a spark. I wasn't getting a spark off the ignition coil. The ignition coil looked bad, so I replaced that as well. And then the ignition control module was the last thing that needed to be looked at, or a complete and utter distributor rebuild. I'm not going to show how I'm doing everything on this vehicle. I'm just going to kind of let you know that this is the state that it's in. This is why I'm so busy. I am so busy trying to get things working that I just don't have the time to make videos much anymore. But I do like making videos. So that should be repaired pretty soon. That's the console for the lights and stuff that goes up there. I just have that temporarily propping that up because it started to fall down when I came back here. Tomorrow I'm working on this. I mean, this is going to be the fender that I'm going to put on the rig. I got this years ago, and it's going to go right here. Of course, it's not the same color, but you know, not a big deal, because none of this is going to be the same color. I got rust here. See these bubbles here? So I got rust coming on in various spots on this thing. A little bit of rust there. Got some rust going on here. So I just have a lot of work to do to get this thing straightened up. Why fix this up? What's the point? I mean, why not just go buy a new rig? Let's just go buy a new Suburban. Well, they run it for $100,000. I replaced all this. I'm replacing this here, this whole fan shroud and everything. I'm replacing the radiator. I'm replacing the fender. I'm going to be straightening things up. Can I do that with a new one? No. And the new ones are made to be going into landfill in, what, 7 years? So you pay $100,000 for a 7-year fix. I think I did a video on this, just a quick one, but if I don't cut that up and put it in here, this is the fan shroud, and it's to protect, you know, the engine components, the belts, and also your fingers when you're reaching in and working on the rig when the engine's running. But right here, I watched several videos with Suburbans, and then just you undo a screw here, and you just separate this, and then you can pull the radiator out. And this bottom part stays intact under the vehicle. Mine didn't have the screws that go here. It was stapled in place, and I had to remove the staples. So before I removed the staples, I drilled holes in it on each side too, and I just zip tied it together. I'm going to unzip tie it when I put it back in two pieces. I didn't zip tie it here, but I zip tied it here, but all the holes are prepped for these little zip ties to hold the fan shroud in place. And then of course you got the bolts up here that hold the fan shroud in place. So it's not, the zip ties don't hold it, it just holds it together. And then it's bolted down below in the rig down there. And that's what I've been doing. Just, you know, transmission cooler, light, radiator hose clamps. I got a brand new radiator there that I'm going to put in as soon as I get the fender done. There's the old radiator. It was leaking really bad. And I don't know if you guys are old enough to know this, but most of that is a copper radiator, and these things can be repaired. And what I used to do in the 90s is I'd take it to a repair shop, a radiator repair shop, and they would repair it for me. And a patch generally was 50 to 100 bucks. Now you're just getting plastic garbage, and who knows how long those last. I mean, we're losing the stuff that can be repaired for stuff that gets ripped up and thrown in the landfill. Would I have repaired this? I'm saving it. Hopefully, maybe somebody out there still does repairs, and I can have a backup. All right, let's see here. I wonder if I could show the old parts. This is the cover for the spare. Look at the spare from 1989. That's how clean this thing was. Look at the tread on that. I don't think that spare has ever been used on this rig. So, all right, let's go upstairs and see the headliner. Is the headliner. It is a disaster. And there's a foam on this thing, and I need to get this scraped completely off. I got new foam coming with the material already attached to it, and it's kind of like a cardboard, and so I got to clean that off, and then I'm going to try and straighten it out because there's a bolt right here. Kind of see the deformity in the board. See that dent right there? So just got to get that on a flat surface. So it's not on a flat surface right now. Just store this, but I'm going to put it on the flat surface here, clean it up with a vacuum, and get it going. And there is the Suburban's third bench. And this thing is in remarkable condition. It's not, and there we go. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I have all three benches in that thing. So I don't know if I'll put this back in for the moment. I might leave the third bench out and just kind of keep it protected. But what a cool rig. Now, that fender's off. How is that hood staying up? Huh. Can you guys tell me how that hood is actually staying up? So let me give you a better hint here. Now, the video is recommended that when you take the fender off, you should take the hood off. And I'm like, what a pain. What a pain to take the hood off just to get to the fender. All right, right here. This is where the hood hinge hooks onto the fender. There it is right there, the hood hinge. How is that staying up? Oh, ratchet straps. You guys get that? Do I have a winner in the comment section? Ratchet straps are holding it in place. And I'm just going to put the fender on as soon as I get this all cleaned up. Get this all kind of sanded down. Get some primer on it. And then I'm going to put the fender up, and then I'm going to just use a box wrench ratchet set and put it on. And then once that fender is on, then the radiator can go back in and be reconnected. I replaced the hoses upper and lower, and I also replaced the hoses on the transmission cooler as well, because it's just a mess. But the engine is sound. The engine is really sound. It's a 350 small block. It's a good engine. I had the steering box replaced in a shop in town, so that's good to go. The steering is real tight right now, which I really love because it was really loose at the beginning. But to show you guys working on this, like I said, it's a redundant thing. There's plenty of videos out there showing you how to do it better than I would. This is just kind of an update, and to encourage you that if you guys have a rig that you want to work on, just do it. Don't buy the expensive rig that's out there. Just dump parts in what we call a forever vehicle. Now, what is a forever vehicle? So let me go show you something, okay? Okay, this is what I mean by a forever vehicle. So if you look here, this is my Chevy GMC truck parts and accessory catalog. I can get any part I want for my rig, okay? It is in here, from seats to even the side door, the door panels. I mean, it is all right here, even the color and the year, to the carpet and the year, to the door grips and the year. Everything is there, from even the screws in the panel. It's all there. So a forever vehicle is something that you can get parts for and can continue to repair and keep it on the road and keep it looking nice and almost new. I mean, it's just pages on pages. I mean, from gauges to door panels to, well, you can even have merch and even support your rig that you love with the merch that goes with it, to different types of books, from wiring to the emblems on your vehicle. Right there, look, boom, change the emblem on your vehicle. I mean, it is everything you can possibly imagine, to this type of tools you need to pull off the door panels. Ooh, I might need some of that. To the manual window regulators, to the motored window regulators. I mean, it's just, that burb, I have no excuse to not fix it. It's all right here. It's just going to take a little bit of time. You saw the light I had. There you go. I can replace the lights on it. I don't want to, but I don't need to, but if I had to. Okay, so once I get to the point where I'm ready to paint and I just want to do some other things, so I can even put trim back on it. Look at that. Here's the front grill types by year. You know, this is amazing. So let me go ahead and just show you this to you one more time. Here's a catalog. Here's your number if you want one. There's a website if you want to go to the website and order one. and you can get your old rig up and running too. And you know what? That might be a better deal than going out and buying a new one that won't be fixable. Where's the catalogs for those vehicles? Where are you going to get your LED little strip light that goes around your fender in 10 years? That 89 rig is in here. And this is OEM factory, so a lot of the stuff is made from third party that are mimicking the parts so that you can have your car back. So now you have other people that are supporting you besides Chevrolet, GM. So it'll exist after they're gone if they ever go out of business. That's what this means to be a forever car. All right, I hope you guys are doing well. It's been a long time. Good morning. Looks like it's time to go to work.